that if you like.
Just part of the intro.
Oh, good. Well, speaking of intro, we're live. What's up, Stu?
Hey, Jim.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh,
All fed after Thanksgiving and then had a kick butt BFCM Black Friday,
uh,
Cyber Monday.
oh, okay. Did you sell a bunch of stuff?
Yes, I did.
So you moving people up your value ladder?
I am. In fact, I even did the anti Black Friday thing that you did
Okay, tell me about it.
because I had about 50 books that, sometimes they just get sent to me as like lost in the mail, like returns mail service. So I got
Yeah,
all these books that the warehouse ships out. They go to the customer. They don't go to the customer. They come back to me. So I got
right.
like 50 books and I just give them away. I said, I'm not having a Black Friday sale. I'm giving away books. Right.
Okay.
And then each,
I didn't get one.
well,
I thought I was your friend.
I have one for you, actually. And it's my
Is he a
latest
Green
one, too.
Beret?
It's printed up. It's printed up. My
Oh,
ageless athlete one I have sitting in the kitchen ready to ship.
oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to hold it up.
I
See?
completely brain farted and it's sitting in the kitchen, I promise. I'll go grab it.
Okay. So what did you no
No,
what did you you might stop for a snack.
no.
So what was the angle of your anti Black Friday sale? And then I'll talk about my anti Black Friday
Well,
sale, and then we'll talk about sales
I
and
did a bunch of videos, live Q&As, and throughout the Q&A I mentioned this is what I'm doing, right? And
yeah.
I'd hold up a book and the first one that responded a phrase that I say like that's my book, right? You have to type it in. Like some guys type it in not correctly. I'm like, nope, that doesn't count, right? Just mess with them, right? And so I was handed out a whole bunch of them that way, and then I handed them out a couple over social media, and then a couple out by newsletter. Next thing you know, I
Okay.
sent about 45 different books out, and then I said, here's the deal. I'm not having a sale for other parts of my website. I'm giving weeks away for free. So if you want to do the online coaching, the rest
Hmm.
of the year is free. And your week one starts on January, but you get all these extra weeks up till January 1st before we start on your 12-week plan. So you
Okay.
buy now, you get 5 extra weeks. And so picked up
Nice.
another almost 10 new folks that way. And even 2 people didn't even hear about it. They were just ready to pull the trigger on it anyway. And so I said,
Yeah.
hey, you get extra 5 weeks free for signing up. And then they're even more thrilled. So yeah, it was good.
So, and what's the price point on that?
Um, it went half and half with premium and regular PT Club folks. So we're looking at $400 and $800
For the year or a month?
for 12 weeks.
Oh, for
Yeah.
12 weeks. Okay. Okay. 12 weeks. So
Yeah.
3 months. Okay. Do you have a year option on that somebody can just hand you a giant chunk of change?
I have not done that. I should.
Yeah, I think
I
you
should.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because some people would be, I'll just pay for the
Right.
year. Huh. I remember paying for
Yeah.
the year.
You could do it that way.
Yeah. Just saying. Okay. So you're telling me, Stu, that you
Did not sell
didn't sell
didn't
nothing,
sell anything, but I
but you
sold a
sold a
bunch
bunch
of
of
stuff.
stuff.
Yes.
Huh.
I didn't have a sale, but I sold a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. To talk about value ladder on today because I think this is critical, especially people with the new year coming and stuff like that. But isn't that interesting? I didn't sell nothing, but in order to not sell it, I had to explain what I had. I'm channeling Stu Smith
Yeah.
now. And people were like, well, hell, I'll take a book. Oh, and by the way, if you'd like something else free, I'll give you 5 weeks free of one-on-one training with me when you buy 3 months of training or 12
Right.
weeks.
Yeah, it worked. Worked real well.
Worked
Yeah, I'm
great.
very happy with
Worked
it. Got
great.
some new clients.
You said you sold 10
Yep.
of these. So let's do some math. This is not an income claim. Your results
Yeah.
may vary unless you're a Navy SEAL named Stu Smith and have been running your business for the last 20 odd years.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like
so let's just
yeah.
say
It's like an extra $6,000.
okay, but it's not just an extra $6,000 because this is where I get my second grade math. All the math I ever needed to learn to make $1 million, I learned in second grade. So let's do some math. So we got 10 people to pay an average of $600.
Yes.
Okay, between these
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Okay, so 10 times 600, okay, equals 6,000. Then let's say that Stu's a nice guy. Everybody loves Stu. Nobody quits Stu's program. But let's say half of them don't. So now let's say that 5 people pay Stu $600. 3 more they stick for the year.
Yeah.
Because you don't so good that had a year times a year, and so they've to is train customers. So just give a book. Then, if you know your value ladder, still XPT, then it's like what in price up now. This is and in order to social media live data used to. Okay. Yes.
For some reason, between streaming and the streaming out, something's going on.
Okay.
Because it's choppy on Facebook, it's choppy on our site. I'm trying to figure out why.
Okay. So it's not us. It could be okay. So we might have to do this experiment next time. Is that what you're saying, Susan? Okay.
Yeah, and we can also.
Yeah, I can even see that it looks choppy. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's not much I can do. Yeah, I think it's just something jacked. So we'll do it next time. Anyway, we figured out a way to be able to do polls easily. And
Cool.
so that's something that used to be easy and then it got hard. And then we figured out a way to make it easy again. So as we're doing the stuff, it'll be cool. Now, the good thing is hopefully this recording will be good. And so we can upload it and stuff. So one of the things that I wanted to do was just kind of run through, well, let's pivot real quick. We will come back to the topic of, Renee said she can hear us now, but we will come back to the topic of the value ladder and stuff. But Stu, you said at the beginning that you liked my article that came out today.
Yeah, your newsletter was really good. Enjoyed it tremendously.
Okay.
Had some great ideas for it. And I'm trying to find it, but
It's okay. I've got it pulled up.
You got it pulled up? Yeah.
Yeah,
It was, I love the 12 days to Christmas ideas. I mean, it's just things to do between now and Christmas or the new year.
Right.
That can just give you some ideas for marketing.
Right.
Quite
so,
frankly. And it was really useful.
So we won't run through all of them because you should be checking your email. And I actually created a really cool little holiday poem. 'Twas the week before Christmas, but which we may have a dramatic reading of. But, you know, one of the things about, you know, the difference between a sale and a promotion, the difference between just discounting your price and making a better offer, I think is the biggest thing to really keep in mind here. So looking at, okay, so somebody's saying it's cleared up and we're better. So let me finish this thought and then we'll go back to the value ladder thing. Okay. So talking about the difference between doing a sale and making an offer. All right. A sale is basically giving people money off. Now, there are times when it's appropriate to give money off. All right. If you're trying to clear out inventory, like you have last year's model, you have stuff that you're just not selling anymore and you're trying to get rid of it. Yes, doing a money off sale. Hey, I've got 15 of these left for real. Here's a picture of them. And I've got my thing set to sell these 15 at this price. Then that's legit. Okay, that's smart. That's just getting stuff off the shelf. One of the things that we have done in the past, we did this years ago. It's got to be close to 20 years ago, but we had a scratch and dent sale. So we had a program called Mini Site Creator. It was very, very popular, sold millions of dollars worth. And just like you say, Stu, you know, every once in a while, something comes back in the mail. We had an extremely low return rate, but anything you're selling, there's always chuckleheads that are like, it's not for me. It's not what promised. My unauthorized use of my credit card, and, you know, just all this other stuff. And so we were living in a little 1,200 square foot house at the time, and these things start stacking up, and you know how it is, Stu. They stack up and you kind of ignore it, and you go in a corner, and then the stack gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're like, crap, there's a bunch of crap here now. So we did a scratch and dent sale. I this is back before people did a lot of videos, and so I just did a video. I went in my wife's office and I said, hey, we got these here. My wife says, get rid of these, right, honey? And she's like, she's so pissed because I didn't tell her I was doing a video. And then I stuck it up there. We sold it. We knocked like 25% off. This is where I learned a valuable lesson, that we had X number and I didn't set a specific number in the cart. So I sent out the email. We went to lunch, whatever, come back. They're all gone. And a whole bunch more people got ordered. And I was like, crap. And so I turned it off. And I said, this is back when Susan and I worked in the same little tiny office. It's like, 50 square feet we were sharing. And I'm like, crap, what are we going to do? So it was a scratch and dent sale. I didn't say it was a returns only sale. So we took the number that we had that was over and above the returns, and I threw them all down the stairs so that I could legitimately say it was a scratch and dent sale. And 20 years later, the statute of limitations runs out. But I mean, then some of those boxes got a little jacked. I got a little excited about it. But anyway, but that's when you run a sale. A sale is not, as soon as you run a sale is like, I've never done this, but it's like crack or something like that, where you just get addicted to it. They get addicted to it, and then it's over. You can't stop doing it. As soon as you become reliant on this as your mechanism, that's it. Now, there are things you can do with sales and funnels and other stuff as part of a promotion that, it's walking a fine line. I'm not even going to get into that. Okay. What's better off is to make an offer. And an offer is where you assemble things into a package, and it has a cool name and it has big value, and people are like, wow, I'd really like to have that. And then you give them a reason to buy it now, usually around time or a specific quantity, where this offer will only be available for X amount of time, or this is my Black Friday offer, or this is my 12 days of Christmas offer. And what you are much better off doing, and I'm going to stop because this is, this isn't what we were going to talk about today, but I hope it's okay. Right. I go into a little bit.
I think it's valuable.
Always look to add value, okay, rather than reduce price. Most people just figure out how they can reduce their price. People who make tons of money figure out how to add massive value so that people don't care what the price is. And so that's the key to any of these types of offers that you would make. And Vicky liked the poem. Thank you, Vicky. That was actually...
You know what I have found, Jim? Sorry if I interrupted.
No, that's cool. You're good.
Is that I try to look for unconventional access to the customer, right? And if you think about what that is everybody expects 25 to 50% off on Black Friday. Everybody expects email newsletters with the 50% off code, right? They all expect these things, right?
Yeah.
And that usually ends deleted or not read or anything like that. But if you can get, like you said, by creating an offer or creating some kind of access to the customer that is irregular, like giving away things, right? This is my Black Friday giveaway. You don't have to buy anything. Right. Here it is. You do that way, you can, have something funny that triggers a laugh from the customer, that gets them to open something, that sees, a offer that you have, little ways like that versus the conventional method that typically gets deleted
So what I'm hearing you say
before
is
you even open it.
get creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, get creative, dude. The laziest thing you can do is just to give money off.
Yes.
What you're really saying when you give money off to just for the sake of giving money off, like it's there, the reason is it's Black Friday, and so I'm going to give you a discount. What you're really saying is the rest of the year, it's really not worth what I'm asking. And so now this is really basically what I'm willing to take for this.
Yeah.
And that's the laziest form of marketing there is. And frankly, with as crowded as the world is getting now online, that laziness combined with doing it the same as everybody else, combined with all of your copy just coming from ChatGPT, because you can use ChatGPT and it does something. You can go back to watching Barney Tube and eating Cheetos. We're in for a real not good time for people that are willing to do that, but people who are willing to get creative and actually think, there's a real opportunity.
Yes.
And so I'd encourage you to read the article. There are some really good ideas in there of some things that you can do over the next couple weeks. There's also a story in there of a real good lesson that I learned about thinking that now after Black Friday, nobody buys right before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's one of the most expensive mistaken beliefs that you could have, is that nobody buys before Christmas.
Yeah.
So, Stu.
Yes.
Now we're going to go back to value ladder. Okie doke. So now we are going to attempt something that's never been attempted on this show before, to do a live poll. In order to be a part of our poll, you have to go over to CopyandContent.AI /live-show. And in order to do that, well, you have to do that. So then what we're going to do is when you go over to CopyandContent.AI /live-show, and crap, I was there. And what we're going to do is we are going to take a poll. And I'm going to show you, Susan, if you need to come in, because we'll make this second nature, but I need to be able to see it and do it once to be able to show the kids what to do.
I see the live chat poll. Scroll down.
Yep.
It's ready.
Yep. Let me share my screen. And so when you are at CopyandContent.AI /live-show, as we have people here. What's up, Carl? What's up, C-Ray? Then you click on polls. The first question is, do you have a formal value ladder in place? In order, do you actually have a value ladder? So I'm going to say yes, because I do. So, Stu, did you pass your vote? Did you cast your vote? Okay. So now what we're going to do is, just like Hagrid was the keeper of keys at Hogwarts, Susan is the keeper of poll results. I don't know why that's hard to say. Poll results. And so I need y'all to cast your votes real quick. Let us know. And then Susan is going to let us know the results. So, Susan, please.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. And she's,
what?
There's Susan. Okay. So do we have results that we can show?
It's still flipping back and forth a little bit.
Oh, well, let's see it. Can you show it? I know y'all are like, is this really that exciting? Yes, this is very exciting because once we get this nailed, this is going to be a powerful little tool for us moving forward with the funnel show. So,
Interesting.
okay.
It's not letting me pick up. There it is.
Okay. So why is it important to be able to do polls? Well, I want to be able to show and share. Oh, look at that. 66% have a formal value ladder in place, and 30%, yeah, that we can see it there on the left, and 33% do not. So what happens when you publish results?
It's going
Will
to show
that
on the
push
site.
it? Oh, well,
Yeah.
let's see. Okay. Wow. Okay. So now that shows over here where my thing is.
Mm-hmm.
So now everybody can see that poll. Okay. So 2/3 don't, 2/3 do, which is great, but a third don't. So this is something that's going to help us, again, moving forward with the stuff that we're doing. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Susan.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. All right, Stu. So everybody's like, how are polls going to help you moving forward with the funnel show? Well, that's going to help us is that we can tell us the things that you're having problems with and the things that you're having issues with, and be able to check in when you're done with something. And that way we'll be able to communicate better. So plus it's just kind of cool. Okay. So
yeah, even if you do have a value ladder, you're going to learn something else to do with your value ladder that's going to help you.
absolutely.
So, talking about value ladders isn't only going to help 33%.
Absolutely. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go play with Genie.
Yay.
And help you to work on your value ladder, whether you have one or not, and start dialing it in. So this is the value ladder Genie. This will help you plan that stuff out. So the cool thing is that you can either fill this out, boo, or what you can do is you can load your avatar. So I'll load my copywriting avatar. And then I can load my profile, my Jim copywriting profile. And I can load, if I want to, I can load an offer. We'll do the Black Friday stack. So this is the anti-Black Friday sale. And I'm looking for ideas, crazy ideas. Actually, you know what? Let's change this. Christmas sale. All right, so it's got all my stuff filled in here. This is all the benefits and the payoffs from that product. So now I can generate a bunch of different ideas for my value ladders, and also specifically a Christmas sale. So this is interesting. Lead generation ideas, low ticket ideas to fill out my, that's actually a really good one. I would do that more as like a little course, but
Ooh,
like
like
in a
that.
2-hour
Nice.
workshop.
Nice title.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I actually like that very much.
Ads that click.
Ads that click, the essentials. I like
That's
that a
cool.
lot. That's actually really good. I like that. Copywriting Masterclass series. So anyway, what you can do is, because this is making these suggestions, is I can use this now to build out my entire value ladder, and then even premium ultra. But let's look at the Christmas sale stuff. All right. So
Oh, look at that. 12 days of Christmas countdown.
tips countdown. Offer free email course featuring 12 daily tips, actionable ideas. So this would be the free thing. So this is basically, hey, I'm going to give you the 12 days of Christmas thing. So now this
And
would
the
be a
cool
low.
thing, I don't want to interrupt you, Jim, but the
No, you're
cool thing
fine.
about that, remember me talking about unconventional ways of getting people to access to your customers?
Mm-hmm.
When you have a 12-day of Christmas event going on, right? That means 12 days before Christmas, they're going to see that and they're like, oh, okay, that's a cool tip.
Right.
Next day, oh, there's another cool tip. Next day, they're looking for the tip. They're
Right.
looking for what's coming. Like
Well,
they will seek you out versus you having to find them.
100%.
Yeah.
And that even made me think of, you could do that almost like a little 12-day challenge, but
Yeah.
they don't realize it's a challenge because it's like one tip building on the next, on the next, on the next, so that you can still you can basically salvage Christmas with a sale based on these 12 days of Christmas. And you give them like you got to sign up by the 7th or whatever, because so you'll be able to implement this before the magic day. Does that make sense? We're just
Cool. Yeah.
brainstorming now. Deborah just said, this is reminding me to update a few old ladders. Yeah. Susan, that actually is a good question that Brad just suggested on a poll. That might be fun to ask the people that are here, if you don't mind. I don't know how fast you can put them together, but that'd be fun. But holiday copywriting webinar, live webinar while you dissect holiday ad campaigns and do a live copywriting makeover. That's a cool idea. Festive ad temp. Damn it. I should have run this thing like 2 weeks ago. This is a really good idea. Festive ad templates pack.
Hey, man, we're 21 days from Christmas right now.
True.
We have time.
That's true. Copywriting Essentials Toolkit. That's kind of what we did for the anti-Black Friday sale. We had close to a couple thousand people take us up on our anti-Black Friday sale.
Nice.
Thank you, Susan. Mid-range, profitable Christmas ads work. Damn it, that's a good one. Profitable Christmas ads workshop. High converted, dude, that's good. Holiday sales accelerator program, personalized copywriting coaching, ultimate holiday launch, VIP mastermind retreat. One year long. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So then the question might be, oh, well, Jim, how do I use this to create a value ladder? Well, that's easy. Once you understand what a value ladder is, which is basically a logical progression where you take them up in value and value both price and what they get, then you pick something at this level, at this level, at this level, at this level, and at this level. And I'm going to talk. And one of the questions you might ask is, well, do I have to start down here? And my answer is, in next week's newsletter, I discuss the very moment in my life that I can remember poignantly, on the high seas, no less. Not slow, gray, and underway, but on a very vibrant white carnival ship, when I realized that the answer to that is not what you think. Because most people think they have to start down here. Every customer has to come in here. And that's not the case. So there's a little cliffhanger for next week's article, which is already written, by the way.
Sweet.
So all you do is just look through, use that genie to help you brainstorm all these different levels, and then pick the ones that, you saw what Stu and I was like, damn, that's a good idea. Damn, that's a good idea. Damn, that's a good idea. And then you just assemble them. Now, does that mean you have to now that would be the next question somebody would ask. Do I have to make all of these things and have all of these things ready before I start selling? And the answer to that is absolutely not. You start with the thing that you can get done the fastest advertise the easiest, market the easiest, and is going to get you rolling the quickest. So when I first got started, it was ebooks. Now, if I was going to jump straight into something, I'd be looking in this range with some kind of a 2-hour course to sell a 2-hour course. Even as a matter of fact, I'm writing up the sales copy right now. I just finished it, sent it off to the guys I'm working with. But next week, we're going to be doing a free webinar to sell a 2-day workshop. So that's a real viable way of doing this. You don't have to start down here with writing a book. A book's for credibility. Everybody needs at least one book. But where you really start making money is with courses and coaching and with recurring revenue. So anyway, this is actually a really good idea for a poll. So we have another poll that we're going to put in there. Susan, can I add you to the stage? So now we're going to put another poll in there that I didn't even think to ask, but how do we have a new one in there? For those of you that are live with us on the site, how do you launch a new one in there?
I do open poll, but which one did you want?
The one
Because
about do you currently, we'll do 2 of them real quick. Do you currently have an offer on the internet?
All right, that's open.
Oh, damn, it just appeared. Excellent. Okay, so talking about the value ladder, Brad made a suggestion, which was a great question, is do you currently have an offer on the internet? A lot of people have figured out a value ladder, never even bother to make an offer. And then some people actually have an offer and then they're like, oh, I guess I need something else to sell these people. Because if you're only selling one thing, you don't have a business, you're just running a promotion. Unless that thing has recurring revenue built into it. That's the caveat. So go ahead and cast your vote. If you are just joining us, you are at CopyandContent.AI /live-show. This is so you can cast your vote and have your vote counted. Are votes coming in, Susan?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're about 75% yes right now and 25% no, and it's stopped moving.
Okay.
So I can publish results if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and publish the results. And so 75% of the people say yes, and 25% of the people say no. So that's actually higher than I would have expected, which is great. But also, interestingly enough, and again, I failed statistics, but they passed me, so I would leave the business school. 2/3 don't have a value ladder, but 75% have at least one offer on the internet, which means some of you got an offer, but need to get your value ladder squared away.
Or some of you joined us after we asked the first question.
That's where you get the plus or minus 2 to 3%. So one more poll because this is fun. I just want to see how I want to see how it works. We had one other question that we were going to ask. Go ahead and open the next poll.
Yeah, but I feel like you gave this one away already. So if you've already joined us.
Yeah, but the question's so badly formed by me, they can interpret any way they want. Yeah. Where would you start your value ladder? Bottom, middle, or top? And so that's just, that I could have formed that question better. But
now somebody put a top like right away. I'm going for the money.
Well, hey, one of the things that I've talked about in the past when you talk about a value ladder is that the fastest way is to start right at the top and just go with a coaching offer. Go with a high ticket coaching offer where people can pay you, whatever your hourly rate is for an hour of your time. And, go for the $300, $400, $500, $1,000 or whatever you can get. That's high ticket. Then after that, try and get people to commit to paying you that monthly for the next year. I mean, 10 people paying you $1,000 a month for a year is $120,000. I mean, I know a guy who's built up a big 6-figure business, started out in a barracks room in the French Foreign Legion doing coaching in between getting his balls busted in French. We may actually have him on this podcast one day.
Sweet.
He's an interesting dude. You know who I'm talking about, Stu?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, interesting cat.
There's only one former SEAL Foreign Legion guy.
Is he he's the only one, isn't he?
He's the only one I know.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Are we done? Are our results stop coming in?
It stopped moving.
Okay.
Publish.
Yeah, please. Boom. That's interesting. 42% would start at the bottom, 42% would start in the middle, and 14% would start at the top. And I'll share my screen just so people can see it, because that may not see it in the future. But that's something we got to remember to do when we're showing these, is somebody show their screen. So that's cool.
From my test, it does not come through into the recording.
This doesn't? This will.
That will, but the poll itself.
Yeah, so we just got to remember to show the results. So that's cool. That's easy. Deborah's like, yeah, for sure, I misread that. Yeah, I did a crap job of forming the question, Deb. This was more
I told
about...
him I tested something this morning. He got excited and said, hey, let's throw some things in there. Okay.
Don't expose the secret sauce. Everybody might suspect that. Anyway, the cool thing is that we know how this works now. It works. We know how to get it done lickety split. And so now this is... I'm excited about this because it's going to help us with future episodes and stuff. Because now what we can do is we can have people vote on like topics of future episodes, what they'd like the most. And actually, okay, this would be fun for everybody who's here live. Give us some suggestions or your thoughts on how we could use the polls to make the shows better. Whether it's asking you what your thoughts would be for future episodes, whether it would be getting your opinion on how important something is or is not, or any other thoughts that you might have about how we could use this. One of the reasons why I'm asking is because, you know, it's funny how all that's old is new again. And so back in the day when we used GoToWebinar, we used to use polls all the time. And I had it kind of baked into my thought process on how to use it. But now it's been, gosh, 10 years since we've used GoToWebinar and done any kind of polls or anything like that, or close to. And Zoom never really made polls easy or useful or anything like that. And so my mind is just not wrapped around it anymore. But
the thing of it is, right now, Vimeo does not tell us how many people voted. It only gives us percentage.
That's okay.
It's still a work in progress.
Yeah, but if we know how many people are here on a show or on a masterclass or something like that, that would help.
Right.
So, okay, cool. All right. Well, and by the way, in the chat, if there's, you know, Deb's like begging for new genies. If there's a new genie
how many genies do you need? Good Lord.
Well, hey, I actually have a board full of a whole bunch of them that I want to make.
There's so many I haven't used.
Right.
And I use them a lot.
Well, there's some stuff coming that I'm going to zip my mouth. I'm not going to say, but there's some stuff coming that we're working on actively right now that my goal is to release before Christmas. Something that is an entire total game changer for everything.
Nice.
And I'm not going to say anything else, but I'm just saying when this comes together, because it's 97 yards down the field.
Nice.
What?
I will say this. There's about every month I have a new favorite genie.
There you go.
You know. And
before we release it,
that's how I pace it.
Can we have like a little bit of a tease promotion prior to it?
Sure, if we have enough time,
Yeah,
or we'll
but-
just have to push it over into the next year. What we can do is just tease the crap out of it for a couple of weeks. Um,
well, but we,
I
yeah.
can do that now. I can do a little tease of it now. Imagine a world. Here we go, Stu. This is the thing. It's gonna be cool. Oh shit! How'd you end up there?
I didn't do anything for once.
There you go.
Okay, so imagine.
Yep. Better backboard.
Okay. Imagine a world where you didn't have to fill out the form. Imagine a world where you could just talk to the genie and tell it whatever you wanted to tell it. And then it would automatically fill out the entire form on any wizard or genie. Then you could go through, check each individual magically answered form field, and either edit it, regenerate it, or take it just as it came. Now, instead of a job that used to take 10 minutes, because God forbid we could cut down a 2-hour job to a 10-minute job. Now it takes what used to take 10 minutes down to about 30 seconds. And it makes every genie even faster, even more effective, and you don't have to have an avatar, a user profile, or an offer done in order to use it. How incredible would that be?
That's pretty insane, Jim.
Hey, I'm cutting that out. I'm gonna pass it over to Nancy. What do you think?
That's fine. I mean, it's Vicky says do a poll.
Never want you to do is Robin Williams. I'm voting for Elmo.
No, I'm not gonna do my Elmo voice now because I'm just feeling better. But just for as they say, poops and grins. Does that sound cool? I'm just asking.
Yes. Very much so.
And is it translated? And is it also translated automatically for every language you want? No,
Huh.
it is not. I have enough problems with English. So anyway, that's all we got. Great job, Stu. This was fun.
Thank you.
We figured out the poll stuff. Great job, Susan, on that. I'm excited. Now I'm going to be bothering you about poll stuff. But what that's going to do is it's going to force me to add something to the genies, because now I could see I could see creating genies or adding to like the event genie and other stuff, a thing where it automatically makes suggestions for polls you could do during your event. And that'd be pretty slamming right there.
That's cool.
That could be pretty cool. So anyway, all right. Well, appreciate everybody. If you're not a member of CopyandContent.AI yet, you should be. And you can do that at CopyandContent.AI. That's all I got.
That's
Stu?
awesome. Jim is a great one.
All
Nicely
right.
done. And great newsletter today. If you haven't seen that newsletter, check it out. It'll give you some ideas right there. To-do list for the next 12 days.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.